This will change the way you think about making macarons. You can use cheap kitchen equipment, no $500 stand mixer required. This is part 4 of my What Happens If Macaron series where I do the tests so you can learn the easy way. So first off, prepare your almond flour and powdered sugar, separate your egg whites and set aside. Prepare your baking tray and baking paper and slip 2 copies of free macaron templates you can find on my website. Prepare your Swiss meringue using sugar and the egg whites and heat using the double boiler method till you can't feel any more sugar granules between your fingers. For this next step, here's the proof you don't need a fancy stand mixer because a cheap electric hand mixer like this one will still get the job done. Whip your meringue to stiff peaks like this, then add in your dry ingredients. Then you will need to fold your batter using a technique called macaronage, which is the process of carefully incorporating your dry ingredients with the meringue until they form a homogeneous batter that flows like a thick ribbon of honey. If you've got no piping bags, that's okay. Just use a Ziploc bag or a freezer bag for the batter. Cut a little piece of the corner and pipe out your macarons. I didn't cut that well and the hole isn't perfectly round, but it still does the job and I'm making macarons. So that's what really counts, right? Next, tap your trays a few times to help the macaron batter settle and bring any air pockets to the surface. If you want to go fancy, sprinkle with hundreds and thousands, then let your macarons rest till they're dry to touch. Now place your tray in the center of your preheated oven at 150 degrees Celsius and bake for 17 minutes or until your macarons are baked through. Let the macarons cool to room temperature before removing them from the mat. What's so cool about macarons is that you can fill them with all sorts of fun flavors. For example, I filled these with French buttercream using the leftover egg yolks. Then I added a salted caramel center. Pretty good, right? My husband and in-laws thought so. You know what also sounds good? Making macarons with cheap equipment. What do you think? If you want macaron therapy, be sure to hit follow.